Focus Corner edition of Leather Chair Interviews, man. I'm your host, Jack Mack, and today we have international DJ
Oh man.
Big V.
Wow.
Man. Y'all, let's welcome her to the
Some
chair,
country
man.
shit. No,
Hey, man. So, you can't say Big V without saying international.
hey man. I think that's a fair assessment, man. I think that's fair.
Yeah, fair, man. That's more than fair, man.
Yes, sir.
When not many DJs have the international.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got international put beside your name.
Wow.
So hey man, let's make some noise for that.
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna take it back to the beginning, man.
Whoa, all right.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Leland, Mississippi.
Definitely Leland, Mississippi for sure, bro.
The year is 1984.
Somewhere up in there.
You at Lacey Hall.
Oh man. Wow.
Now I'm gonna take you back before that.
Oh no. Okay.
At the age of 14, I don't know what year that was.
Right. Whatever year that was.
Whatever year that was, you got your first turntable.
Oh man.
So take me back to that. Like, how did it feel like getting your very, very, very first set of turntables?
Honestly, man. On some real stuff, man. My first set one was a rental back in the day when you used to rent that shit from the
Yeah.
from the I don't even remember the store.
Probably Barinas or something.
Whatever that shit was, bro. Excuse my English for my
It's
godchildren
all
that might
good,
see this.
man.
But man, yeah, it was a rental, right? So I rented the well, I didn't rent it, my mom rented that whole stack. You get the turntable with the rack with the speakers and all that.
Yeah.
And then my second one was, it was a pawn shop joint, man. Yeah, so that was my second one. So I had a rental and a pawn shop joint that I hooked up to make two.
So that little rental
Yes, sir.
pawn shop hookup,
Mhm.
man, you 14 years old.
Right.
What gave you the motivation? Like any 14-year-old I know back in them days, man, y'all out playing ball.
Right. Right.
Y'all probably out, playing little games with your friends. At that age, you probably smelling your tail, so you chasing girls a little
No
bit.
doubt.
So
Gotta do
what
that.
made you say, you know what? Man, I'm finna focus my attention on these turntables right here.
Well, I think what happened initially, I always wanted to be the guy coming out the speaker, no matter what that was. So whether it was a DJ, preacher, whatever, I always had a fixation on being the voice behind that electronic gadget, and I wanted to be that person behind electronics. So a coach that'll remain nameless. So it was two a days. It's hot in the Mississippi Delta, right? So we was at two a days playing football, and I got to my wits end, bro. I didn't want to do that hot shit no more. So I took my pads and stuff off, and I started focusing on parties. And of course, at that time, the coach, which will remain nameless, Robert, you'll never be shit. And that just forced me. I said, I'll be something. I'll be knocking something down while you out there with some sweaty, what's.
right.
I'm gonna have something jumping, you know what I'm saying? By the time y'all get back, you know what I mean?
Right. So you a teenager.
Yeah.
You got the turntables.
Got the turntables.
You coming up with your name.
Right.
And bam, y'all start throwing parties at Lacey Hall.
Yes.
For y'all don't Lacey Hall is before my time. Like
Right.
That's
Lacey
way,
Masonic Hall,
way
Hill
back.
Street. We call it Black Dog in Leland.
Yeah,
Right,
so give me a little memory of Lacey Hall. Like what was it like? Like put me in that Lacey Hall time frame.
Man, imagine where people really got along and they really wanted to party well together without any drama, man. We had, I think it was like 50 cents in there to get in, maybe even $1. Punch in the back, you know what I'm saying? It was some unauthorized substances in that cooler. You know what I mean? And people, really enjoy partying together. And we rocked that joint so hard that we end up moving from the hall to the National Guard Armory. So we kicked so hard in the hood over there that the parties got so big we had to take it to the National Guard, the Armory.
Man, so
Yeah.
let me ask you this.
Hmm?
Did you get cause I see you got your first start at radio in high school too on 94.3 with WBAD.
Facts. Bad
For
94,
y'all
yeah.
that don't know. So
Right.
did they come before or after Lacey Hall? Like how did they intertwine? And how did your parents feel that they teenage son is on the radio?
Well, unfortunately, my mentor felt that I really wasn't ready. So what happened was I did everything, carried the records, drove the car, played the records while they doing the bathroom breaks, you know. I'm out of ESY and BAD, you know what I mean? So I was doing whatever I could to just hang out at the radio station. So the perks were that, free records, you know what I mean? So the big perks was able to get the free music. So at that particular time, they really never got the opportunity to actually hear me on the radio because I really wasn't allowed the opportunity at that point, So
Wow. So I know they had to hurt. They had to hurt a young DJ like, man, I'm on the radio and my folks ain't even just
man, it actually crushed me because what happened was my goal was to get out of high school, right, and go right to BAD and start working. And like I said, my mentor told me I wasn't ready, and so I hauled ass up out of the SIP, and uh, we I shot out to Dallas and then Navy, you know what I mean, and things of that
yeah,
nature. You feel me?
that's
So
what I was getting to. So like
yeah, man.
you did all of this, you
Right.
know what I'm saying, before the age of 18.
Yes.
And then you decide like, man, you know what? I want to go to the Navy. I want to be a sailor.
Well, it was kind of forced. I really thought I was gonna have an opportunity to get myself together, and it didn't work out that way. So the quickest route at that particular point, I had relatives there that did aviation and other branches. And so I didn't want to follow their steps. So I said I make my own steps. So I did aviation in the Navy. So
And did you really like the military? Let's be honest. Let's just be honest for a second. Like, did you did you care for the military?
it was something that I would call it somewhat of a bamboozlement in the beginning, AKA recruiters do, because, we're always sold a bill of goods in the beginning. And I had no idea what I was really getting myself into. And I didn't understand, I was, say, tricked into, because they sell you a bill of goods about that military stuff that you have
Yeah,
no
the
idea.
sign on
The
bonus,
sign on this and
man. The
the
college,
college this and guarantee you
ooh,
that and
yeah,
then
man. They got
but
me the same way,
yeah, man, but what they
man.
don't tell you is how those things affect you your whole life, and you never get an opportunity to shake some of that stuff that you're exposed to. So that's the part about military life that you never get a warning about.
Yeah, yeah, that military, man.
Hmm.
It's something serious, man. So, how long did you serve? Like, did you have to
Right
do
at
any
10, man.
deployments?
Right at a dime in
Oh,
that
yeah.
joint.
So I know you seen some stuff on that boat.
Yeah, man. A lot of stuff, bro.
All right. So after the military,
Yeah, thank you, man. Let's get past
did
that,
you
man, because
did you
that
jump
ain't
back?
fun. The military stuff ain't no fun to even think about, bro.
So I already know, it was a no brainer. Like, boom, I'm going back to what I love. I'm going back to DJing.
Well, life happens, children, things happen. It took a while to get back to that. It took some years, man. So it took man, maybe 10, 12, 13, maybe even 14 years to get back to a point where I could actually start getting back to somewhat of DJ stuff. So let's fast forward '02, which at this point we're still 20 something years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah, we way
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
Like
we
I
were.
told you, I did my homework, man.
Yeah, man,
I
you're a
was
bad
ready to
man.
go way, way,
Wow,
way
you're a
down,
bad
man.
man.
So yeah, man,
So
fast
fast
forward
forward to '02,
to
man. First show back home. I'm back home. I'm back in the SIP. 3 6 Mafia was my first uh show that I promoted back in the Mississippi Delta.
yeah, that had to be like what
That was
2002,
'02.
2002,
Yeah, that was '02.
2002, 2003.
Yeah,
Okay, so
that was '02.
was that the Was that the V104 days? Was that the jamming 104 days? The
That was
97.9
jamming
days?
104 days. Those were
Okay.
jamming 104 days though.
Because you got a lot of errors in radio.
I do. I
Yeah,
get
you
quite a
got a
few errors in
lot of
radio.
errors in radio,
Yes, sir.
man. Because I'm saying like, man, you was in V104,
Yeah,
jamming
V104 was
104.
my stuff that I did when I was in Europe. Yeah, my own station at that point. That was it.
Yeah, man.
Mhm.
And then the European tour.
Right?
You went to London. Am I right? You
Yeah,
went
London. I
to
was living in Switzerland.
Yeah, you went to Switzerland,
Did
Germany. Am I correct?
Germany, correct? Yeah, yeah. Did
Yeah,
Germany?
man.
Did London? We did quite a bit all throughout Europe as far as DJing wise for me personally, and then my connects. SCM was a part of that. Urban South, quite a few people
Yeah,
made
man.
a lot of things happen. Coast to coast, I actually was judged on coast to coast events in Europe as well. So that's what kind of got me to London and Birmingham in the UK.
Yeah, and then you even did mixtape postings over there.
Facts. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
definitely.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
International
man.
DJ.
Yeah, man.
Like, so let's get into some of these celebrities that you ran across, man, because I couldn't believe like how does a person from little old Leland, Mississippi get in the room with some? I'm gonna just name a few.
Oh, you want to do a spread like from BB King to Boosie,
I
or
mean, I'm just name. Okay, I ain't
name a
even
few,
have
quite a
BB
few?
King. I got Yo Gotti,
Of course.
Genuine.
Facts.
Matter of fact, you was the executive director for Cool Running
Oh
DJs.
yeah, yeah.
Young Dolph, you bought him here before
No
we
doubt.
even know who Young Dolph
Facts.
was.
Yeah.
Lil Boosie,
Yeah.
Key Glock,
Yeah.
Big Boogie,
Yeah.
Rich Homie Quan,
Yeah.
and those are the lightweights now.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
are the lightweights.
It's quite a few.
Now I'm finna get into the heavyweights, man, and I want to know how you get in the room with these people.
Okay.
I'm gonna start off Eddie Griffin,
True.
Future,
Right.
Tommy Davidson,
Yes. Yeah.
Akon,
Yeah.
man, motherfucking Megan Good, man.
Facts.
How the hell did you end up in the same room rubbing shoulders with Megan Good?
Man, Megan kicked it, bro. There was a huge events in like DSU Delta State. So uh, at that particular time, the Blue and White Weeks were huge, and that was one of the celebrity hosts. And hey, man, you can't get by the Big V and you the celebrity host. You
Man,
feel me? You gonna have to
listen,
deal with me
man.
too. So
If any celebrity ever came across this Mississippi
yeah, man.
airway, you come anywhere near this area,
Yes, sir.
Big V gonna be in the room, man.
It would make sense for me to be in the room. Not being arrogant, I'm just saying it would make sense for me to
Yeah,
be in
yeah,
the room.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not apples and oranges. That is not apples and oranges. That's apples with apples. You gotta put the fruit where the fruit gonna right.
Yes, sir.
So let's take it to the local affiliations, man.
Okay.
DJ iPod, Sugar Bear,
Right.
DJ Ready, Soul Master,
Wow.
DJ Dynamite,
So many.
you know, and then with your own affiliations, like with the latest drug on the street era, the
Yeah.
Dope Man Music Group,
Yeah.
and then with the local artists, you can't be a local artist without doing some type of business with Big V.
Well, you can. It's just to their benefit, man. You know what I mean? It's
Nah.
no, I'm saying, dog. Like, I mean, I don't know. The narrative is totally different than the person that I am. You see what I'm saying? Like, most people that ever had an issue, they really never talked to me and never really sat in the room with me and never had a conversation with me. So people that have an opportunity to have a conversation with me, they realize that I'm one of the people that, hey man, I'll give you everything I got to help you make it because I know I'll get it again. I ain't tripping. So
Man, so I'm gonna talk about some of these notable accolades, these notable asterisks beside your name, just a couple of labels.
all right.
I already called out executive director of Cool Running
Now
DJs.
can I interject?
Yes,
Cool
sir.
Running DJs is an organization that existed long before me. That's actually Bigger Rankings organization, and I we were together in Hitman DJs with Greg Street, aka Casper the Don. Well, not aka, along with Casper and other DJs like you got DJ Mustard. There are quite a few celebrity producers and DJs and more that are that were Hitman DJ affiliates. And so So that's where Cool Runnings came in. So me and Bigger decided to help ramp up what he had already started. So really, Cool Runnings was already legendary long before I had any affiliation at all. It's just my participation helped enhance it. That's all.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So, VP of USA DJs.
Wow. USA DJs initially started as Texas All Star DJs. That's
Right.
Poncho Strickland. So Poncho was also a huge member of Hitman DJs. So I collaborated with him, and we changed Texas All Star DJs to US All Star DJs because we started recruiting DJs from all over the country.
Man, that's a lot of DJs.
Mm.
In like in my head I got a spider web of DJs, you know what I'm
In
saying, from
relationships,
different
yeah, man.
regions, different
Hmm.
relationships, different market, different demographics and everything for one common cause.
Yes, sir.
You know, so you even was featured in a couple magazines, you know,
Yeah, man.
Ozone,
Yeah,
Back to the Block. Like,
yeah,
tell me about those magazine features.
man. To for me, man, like you said, knowing where I'm from, being from, like you said, Leland, Mississippi to London and abroad. For anybody to take the time out to want to get information from me in any type of publication is a huge blessing. The biggest blessing of it all is people were willing to highlight me, which means he was able to highlight my area, which means people had the opportunity to say, well, hey man, there's got to be some great talent where that dude from. So let's investigate that too.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Mhm.
So let's switch gears, man. You know,
All
we
right.
got to know you personally, man,
Okay.
some of your accolades and where you been and where you going. But, you know, I got a couple questions,
Run
you
them.
know. So my first question is, what do you think about the music today versus the music back then?
I think it's the same. They just have a different message, a different way of delivering it. I don't really think music has changed at all, honestly. That's just my personal opinion. Because every record that you pick off now or song, I can pick your old song that's typically the same message.
True, true. Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any grievances against any of this music. Only difference is I think what we did is my era of people, I think we understood that it was more entertainment versus reality. Now I think with the music, they really think it's reality versus entertainment. I think that's the biggest difference.
Yeah, they really think they gotta live.
They gotta think they gotta live
They
those
really
lyrics,
gotta
and the
think they
people that
gotta
were
live.
giving those lyrics, they were entertainers. You know,
Right.
well, some lived the life that they spoke about, yet, but on some real stuff though, nobody that does illegal activity gonna give you a transcript. So I'll just leave it
Nah,
there.
yeah. So, what are some of your favorite artists to play today? Like in your rotation, whether it's radio or in your personal rotation in your car or whatever.
Personal, I rather do personal because in public, when you're in the public and you're doing stuff in the public and or radio, any of that stuff, man, you get the people what they want. It's simple. As a DJ, my job is to give people what they want to hear. So personally, I listen to a little bit of everything. It can be a combination of jazz, reggae, blues, and any particular artist is too eclectic because my mix is just it's crazy. One certain sector may be some blues, certain sector may be Miami bass, certain sector may be ghetto house, Chicago house. You know what I'm saying? DC, it may be go-go. So it's too many artists for me to nail down a particular sector of artists. If I hope I'm being respectful with answering the question. Hopefully, I
Oh yeah, well I'm gonna narrow it down for you. What are some of your favorite local artists then?
local.
Yeah, local. Right around the corner.
Wow, anyone. Because I can't put a name on these folks. Too many of them. You got to think. I'm at a sector of people where I'm okay. You got Mississippi, you got Arkansas, Louisiana, Memphis. You know what I mean? You give me that's too strong for me to do that, bro. I can't do that one. See, you want to put me in a hole, but I
Yeah,
can't do it. I ain't
man.
falling for it. Anybody that gave me their music, that's my favorite guy. That's my
Okay.
favorite rapper.
So, how do you feel about local artists saying that DJs from their own city won't spin their records?
Oh man, now that's good. What I say is, if they won't, then you find people that will. It's simple, man. You don't have to. Excuse me, God, children. You don't have to kiss nobody ass to do nothing, bro. Like, if they don't mess with you, if they don't want to play your music, man, then move on and find somebody that does. But now you got to be respectful too. Artists got to be respectful. Give you an example. If you're in the studio recording, right? I would never run in an artist session and say, "Hey, man, Big V in this bit, bro. Let me holler at you for a minute." Wait a minute, dog. You done paid for studio time. You at work, right? If you pay for studio time, you at work. I don't need to bother you then. I need to holler at you about your music before you go into the booth.
Right, right, right.
Respect the DJ's booth. The DJ's already there set up. He's running his thing. Leave that man alone. Let him get his money. Or leave her alone. Let her get her money. You talk to her or him about their music before they get started or maybe after. But it's better before. So it's got to be a mutual respect thing. And nobody owes you to do shit for you. So if they don't like your music or they don't want to mess with you at all, they nobody owe you nothing anyway. Find somebody that does. Simple.
True. Hey, I love the answer, man. So, with that being said, how could local artists and DJ come to some type of common ground, whereas the DJ is doing his part and the artist is doing his part, and they just come together in jail on the
Simple.
local circuit?
I got it. All right. So take this particular market. Most parties nowadays, if I'm correct, because I don't really do clubs that much, but what I know for this market is you may have one night a week where there's hip hop, right? Now, you want to get with that DJ before that night. I think it's Thursday nights in this market. You got to holler at your drops, iPod levels, your sugar bears, or whoever, your souls, or whoever your. And no disrespect to any DJs that's got something jumping. I'm just going off the top of my head, fellas. You got to get with these, your Donnie P's or any of these guys. Ken Famous. You got to get with these folks before their night. Have a conversation with them because maybe your music doesn't fit their particular crowd. So you got to know your audience too. So you got to help the DJ. You got to know your audience. You know what I mean? So if you are a drill rapper or whatever, and it's ladies' night, you don't fit.
Right,
Come on,
right.
man, be realistic about
Yeah,
your music. Don't
that's
fit,
true.
bro.
That's true.
Now, if in the same thing, if you're an R&B singer or you're a blues singer, this is a hip hop night. You don't fit, bro. What do you leave that DJ alone, man? Your music does not fit his program. And there are a lot of DJs that aren't good at breaking music. Not saying they're not a good DJ. Some DJs don't know how to break music. That doesn't make them a bad DJ because they know how to keep a crowd hype. Obviously, the club owner's paying them money to be there, so that means he's got some skills. But that doesn't necessarily mean he can take an artist that nobody is familiar with and help make you become a star. So you got to find people that are good at doing that.
I
So you got to
agree.
do your own research too.
I agree. So, you know what? Well, why does there seem like not not with artists and DJ, but there seems like it's some kind of disconnect with DJs themselves in this market.
Hmm.
Because I see this DJ running with these two, three DJs, but I never see them mixing with this DJ and these three, four, five DJs. Why is that?
It's probably not necessary for them. They probably don't see any value in it. You know, I find value in everybody. I feel everybody's got something to bring to the table, no matter who you are. So the way I look at people is totally different than how some people look at it. So that's a skill that has to be learned. Networking. There's a lot of people that really don't know how to network, bro. You can't hold that against them. They just don't know.
That's true. That is true. Networking is a big part of everything that you. It don't matter what your hustle is, you got to get out and network.
True.
And it's been said that some DJs they have their own choice of people that they want to mess with, whether it's I want to mess with this type of artist because this fits my profile as a DJ,
Hmm.
or I don't want to mess with this artist because they don't fit. Take for instance, not a real scenario, just a hypothetical. Take for instance DJ iPod, the
Okay.
party. He's the party guy.
Absolutely.
Then you got an artist who's a singer like a Mo3 or Rod Wave type, and DJ like iPod may feel like that type of music don't fit my outfit. Like, how do you feel about that?
That's fair. If he's the DJ that keeps ass shaking and cheeks clapping on the floor and all that, and he's hired to create an atmosphere, it's unfair to ask him to play some stuff that's hustler music, trap music, drill music, whatever you want to call it, gangster music, whatever. It's unfair to ask him to do that because that's not his MO. So why bother that man and that's not what he does? That's stupid to me. If you know this is a party DJ, why are you gonna take a trap record to him? Why are you gonna take a hustling record to a guy that's the party guy? Don't make sense to me.
Yeah, you're right. I love your answers, man. It's like you sat down with my notes and like, okay.
Well, see, the cool thing is you got to keep in mind I have these same conversations all over the country. Like it's just not this market that has that problem, man. Vegas, L.A., Dallas, Houston, the A, man, they all Florida, they all have this same thing. Man, the DJs don't fuck with me. Man, bro, you got to find people that fuck with you, bro. It's kind of simple.
All right, so
Yes,
switching
sir.
gears on the music tip.
Mhm.
How you feel about one hit wonders?
Love them.
What's the love about them besides the
It
hit
don't
for
take
that
but one
moment?
song to change your life.
Yeah, you right.
So a one hit wonder is awesome. I want to be a one hit. Give me one. Let Big V have one. Give me one hit and let me and my children and grandchildren and their children eat off of it. You can call me one hit. When it's over, when the time over, he had one hit, but the whole family ate off the one hit. I don't give a shit. Yeah, I think one hit wonders are great. Some people have no hits.
That's true. Man, it's dangerously true. So back to the local artists.
Back to locals, okay?
What do you think they could do more to get their records played in the clubs or basically to get
Make
their
club
records
records.
in in the rotation? Just make more club
Yeah,
records.
if you want your stuff played in the club, make a club record. What you do is you go to the club and you see what everybody's vibing to, right? You get an idea of what makes people move in this market. And then your music needs to sound like that. If your stuff don't sound like that, you have to go to where people vibe to your kind of music. It ain't rocket science to me, bro. You got to find where you fit in at, bro, and you go there and build your fan base.
Yeah.
It's really not
Man,
difficult.
all local artists that's watching this interview, he is giving you the game. He is dropping the jewels and he's letting y'all know this is what you have to do.
And it's not personal, it's business, man. I go back to the scenario. Whereas if you paid $400 for a block of studio time, is it fair for me to run in there and talk to you while you laying tracks?
No, sir.
So how is it fair? Because you laid something in your $400 session and I'm at the club, you run on my set at 1 o'clock in the morning when it's prime time, and let's pull part in. Now it's part turn up time at 1, and then you want to talk to me about dropping your song that I'm not familiar with. I don't even know you that well. And then now I owe it to you to play it, or the DJ owe it to you to play it. Come on, man. Let's be fair about this.
And the only thing they had to do is go to www.bigv.com and book him and tell him to come to the studio session and y'all could have made some work right then and
Or
there.
anybody. And then use my influence with other DJs to your benefit. It's really just that simple. It ain't even hard. Bro, Phones work. Relationships work, man. People got real relationships out here. Use it to your advantage. There's a place for your music. If you made the music, I guarantee there's a place for it. But it may not even be your market.
It may not be. So in your expertise,
Hmm.
what makes an artist spin worthy? Not their song. What makes an artist spin worthy?
That's a good one. I think any artist is spin worthy if they've done the research and they find out where their music fits. And then it's spin worthy. Not guaranteed, but it's worthy of a spin. But nobody owes you anything. They don't have to spend shit for you.
Yeah,
They
you're
don't have
right.
to do
You're
it.
right. But another curveball.
Okay.
What makes an artist radio worthy?
Oh, that's even easier, man. You can listen to your top 20 at any radio station and make sure your stuff fits that. And as long as it's clean, you got to take, you got to make sure it's almost grandma tables clean. Not my grandma, because my grandma let me say and do whatever the fuck I wanted to do. So not like my grandma, but like a real grandma, you know. And that's what makes it radio worthy, because
Okay.
nowadays it's real lenient now.
Yeah, yeah, it is. I mean, they can
Anything,
pretty
talk
much
about
say
anything.
anything on radio
Exactly,
now.
pretty much nowadays.
Yes, sir. So, let's talk about beef for a second. Beef in the industry.
Okay, let's talk about beef. Okay.
Like, how do you feel about rap beef? Like, is it good, bad for business? Like, you as a DJ in a radio disc jockey, how do you feel about the beef records?
Beef is idiotic to me. It's stupid. I think beefs are stupid to me, And as a DJ, I'll never get involved in the beef. I don't pick sides. I'm running music.
Simple as that. Simple as
I
that.
don't have a side. You're entertainers. Getting a
Right.
side is cut me no check to vouch for anybody. So as a DJ, I'm gonna run music, man. I'm gonna run what the people want to hear. And if it's yours, it's yours. Or if it's theirs, it's theirs. They gonna get it.
That's true.
Hmm.
So, do you have any advice for up and coming DJs?
As in,
Yeah, yeah, cause like I see like the little kitty parties going on that my son them be going to. You know
okay,
what I'm saying? And next thing you know, I see a little dude that's a junior or senior in high school. He DJing the party, pretty
good,
much like you when you first started out at Lacey Hall. Like,
lovely. They should, and it should. And I think parties are to be age appropriate. Like for me, man, I don't belong doing proms and stuff, man. I don't do that don't make sense to me. I'm not knocking no
but
prom
but
DJs
but but
now.
Big V could do a prom though.
I could,
Big
but
V, Big V could
I,
do a prom and rock out though.
I really could, but I think it's inappropriate at a certain age as a grown ass man. I really, I shy away from those. I'm not knocking no, because I did proms for a long time, but I think we ought to give younger DJs opportunities. So if the age range is, whatever, 16 below, man, fine. Let's find a little guy, man, that's in that age range and let him rock some.
Yeah,
Let's set him up
it's a
and,
quite
and,
it's
and let
quite a
him and let
few
him
of
get in
them.
there and do his thing. Now that's just my opinion, of course.
Okay, so back in the day they had this bad word called payola. Nowadays they call it pay to play. Is that still a thing? Like, do you have artists coming up to you trying to, hey, Big V, man, I got this, man, I give you this, and like, is that really still a thing?
Well, that's if you're one of those DJs that accept money to actually play a song. Now, my social media, my marketing skills, my team, my network is all me. That ain't got nothing to do with the radio station. You feel me? So if you want to get me and my people involved, you got to do business with us. Payola is strictly referring to somebody taking some money specifically just to run a song. Yeah, it still exists.
Yeah, that's
But hey man,
it's one of those
it's
things.
one of those things, bro.
You either deal with it or you don't.
Yeah, if you get to a certain level at a label, like if you've been an artist and like you get to a certain level, and if you get to an A&R, most labels are gonna tell you they want you at a certain number of spins, and then we're gonna talk with you. And then what do? Hey man, I'm gonna let you talk to our radio guy, which most of the time they own those stations. You you can't work people at zero, no matter at what level of the game they are, no matter where they are at. Working people at zero is an insult.
Yeah, man. Some people expect you to do it for free. That's
Bigger
that.
Rankin coined the term. I think it's his. Yeah, well, I'm gonna give him credit and he can straighten it out. Free is too expensive.
I hear that, man. Free is too
Free
expensive.
is too expensive.
Now I ain't never heard that one before.
Yeah.
So give me your take on artists being prepared versus unprepared. Like what could an artist do to be more prepared for the industry, for the radio, for the club, for everything.
Four things: copyrights, sound exchange, song trust, and a music distributor. And then you're ready for the world at that point, so to speak, with your product.
Yeah, you just spoke Chinese arithmetic. You just speaking Vietnamese to these people, man. Like a lot
What
of
I'm
artists
saying.
don't know nothing about that.
Well, well, take these four terms, put it in your phone, and learn what they are. Copyrights, you want to make sure your stuff is protected, so can't nobody steal it. Song Trust is another company that helps you get your royalties. Sound Exchange helps you with your digital and more. And then Song Trust on the backside picks up the stuff that Sound Exchange doesn't. And your distributor, it helps you get you in the stores, your digital stores, whether it's, Amazon, Apple, Tidal, Deezer, whatever. You know what I mean?
Right, right,
You
right,
knock
right.
those four things out, you had a great start at that point. You pretty much got all your business handled, so to speak.
Okay, so last but not least, man, the free game session.
Okay, free game.
Free game, man. Any free game you want to give to the artists, DJs, entrepreneurs, up and coming, anybody's like just free game of life.
Man, I just
Right
gave it
here,
to him,
right
bro.
now.
Handle your business, man. Like I said, man, get that stuff copywritten, man. Get your stuff protected. Make sure that when your stuff is on platforms, man, you got your stuff where you're able to sell it. You want your UPC codes, your ISRC codes, so everything gels and people can stream your music and you get your money. DJs, I just say, man, DJ's job is to expose music, man. Get independent artists an opportunity. If they don't fit your bill, artists, you got to find somebody where it fits. And there it is, man. Get out here and get some money. And like I said, it don't hurt people to help people, bro. Take an opportunity in your life, man, to help somebody do something, man. That's how I feel about it.
Man, what they y'all heard it from the international DJ himself, man, Big V.
We gotta do this again, man.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you for coming out, man. This was fun right here.
Yes,
I got
sir.
a whole lot of insight and got to dive into your mind and really see how a DJ, see a DJ's perspective on a lot of these topics, because when I hear artists, I'm gonna ask them the same thing,
Right.
if from an artist perspective, and then see what can I do with my platform to see can we come to some type of common ground, man? Maybe an artist can sit down with a DJ like you and
Sure.
get some game.
Set it up. I tell you what, anybody that comes on your platform and they want an opportunity to get some information, and even if they don't feel that I got some information for them, I will put them with anybody on the fucking planet that they feel like can help them move their career forward. And I'll do that for you.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate it, man. If y'all want to reach Big V, you can go to www.bigv.com.
Two G's. Put that two
Two
G's in there.
G's,
Big V with two G.
BIGGV.
V.com.
On IG
In
is
it, yeah.
at Big V Radio,
Yes, sir.
two G's.
Mm-hmm.
At Facebook, DJ Big V, and
Mm-hmm.
even his Twitter
Yeah.
at Big V. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
can reach Big V a million ways, man. Well, we thank you again for coming out, big
Blessings,
dog.
man. No,
Bless.